In effect, we realized over $1.1 billion in savings for Belize and the Belizean people. Over the last 2 years, Belize has benefited from a payment plan that supports our national financial recovery that has placed the government in a better position to support the country's social and development programs. It has also allowed us to be in full compliance with our payment obligations. We have made payments of almost 15 million Belize dollars towards the realization of key achievements in marine conservation.
Since the government entered into a distinctive Blue Bond agreement in 2021 with the Nature Conservancy, Belize committed to spend roughly $4 million a year on marine conservation until the year 2041. We also agreed to double our marine protection parks, spanning coral reefs, mangroves, and the seagrasses where fish spawn, from 15.9% of our oceans to 30% by 2026. And, according to the team, headed by Prime Minister John Bisenyo, we are on target.
We have strengthened the management of mangroves and designated all remaining national lands within the Belize Barrier Reef Reserve System World Heritage Site as mangrove reserves. We improved the legislative framework for the conservation and treatment of mangroves in development areas. Through the Blue Bond, we have launched the marine spatial planning process for the development of the Belize Sustainable Ocean Plan. This plan is meant to provide us with a blueprint for blue economy development.
The first milestone was completed in 2022, and that was an expansion of the biodiversity protection zones to 20.3%. The next milestone is due in November of this year, which will take us to roughly 25%, and then finally in 2026, in November, will get us to the 30%. So these are things that are happening. There are multiple milestones that need to be reached in order to meet all the commitments. There are other milestones that's related to the Integrated Coastal Zone Management Plan, also the applications for IUCN Green, help me here, Bev, green listing. So there are some other commitments that are also within the milestones.
Country Program Director for the Nature Conservancy, Julia Robinson, reiterated that there will always be monies to invest in the marine environment, and Director of the Blue Bonds, Beverly Wade, explained that the benefits naturally extend to those who live off the marine environment.
As part of the money that will be going towards conservation, government had set aside 47 million Belize dollars in an endowment so that after the 20-year and those conservation payments are completed, after that 20 years, the proceeds from that endowment will continue to fund marine conservation work on the ground in perpetuity.
Key to it is strengthening the institutional and the governance framework, and also looking at how do we now bolster livelihoods to ensure that we make a difference in the well-being and welfare of Belizean people. As a matter of fact, we're already leveraging the work that we're doing with the PFP with local institutions like the Development Finance Corporation currently. And the government has done an excellent job in allocating monies for MSMEs. And we are now using those monies, approaching those monies within the DFC to, in the near future, the Ministry of Finance and the Blue Bonds Unit, along with WWF and the DFC, will be launching what we're calling a Fisher Fund program. And the objective of that is to now create an increase in the uptake of that money by the fishing community to improve their livelihoods and their operation and allow them to have an increase in their income.
But how will the enforcement agencies ramp up their work to discourage overfishing so that Belize can have marine resources well into the future? Wade says through enhanced technology.
We're currently investing heavily into the Belize Coast Guard and the Fisheries Department and also our co-management partners. We're actually in the process of procuring. We have ordered already very sophisticated drones for the Belize Coast Guard that are long range and have extensive hours that they'll now be able to build their air capacity, which has been a gap in the Belize Coast Guard, and it is to complement their operations to ensure that the blue space is well monitored.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Marion Ali.